Crime is everywhere, and the falling economy has played a huge role on the rise of crime in the past few years. Crime in California is no exception, but since the government has passed AB 109, crime has climbed due to the circumstances. Let me introduce you to AB 109. In April of 2011, the legislature passed Assembly Bill 109, and Governor Jerry Brown signed it into Congress. The bill took effect in October of 2011. AB 109 is known as the Public Safety Realignment Plan, which allows inmates from prison to be relocated across the state into already crowded county jails. The Democrats voted to pass this bill. Republicans wanted to continue to fight for fiscal responsibility from the Department of Corrections. The bill passed with a mandatory 52,000 inmates to be relocated from state prisons by 2014 into county jails to serve out their long-term sentence. Just recently, the federal government won in court to relocate another 10,000 inmates into the county jails by January of 2014. That's a total of 62,000 inmates that will be moved from prisons to jails. How does this affect the county jail system and the community? AB 109 was written to control the overcrowding of the California state prison systems. Along with AB 109, AB 117 was also passed, which allows inmates to be released early if they are considered to be a low-risk inmate. AB 117 has written to release responsibilities from the states to the counties. The counties are now responsible for which inmates they release into their communities. With the county jails housing all of these long-term inmates, there is an abundance of overcrowding, which makes housing short-term inmates pretty much non-existent. Governor Jerry Brown originally only guaranteed funding for the realignment program for the first year, even though it is a permanent program. Without the funding to house these inmates, it is forcing the counties to release these very dangerous criminals. When crimes are committed, these criminals get booked, given a court date, and then released. Most don't even stay in the county jail for even 24 hours. With no real punishment to these criminals, they continue to commit crimes, knowing that they will just get a court date and be released. If the crime is considered serious enough to hold these criminals, they will sit out their sentence in our jails instead of prison, continuing to crowd into the jails even more. BI Incorporated is a technology company that is working with counties and jails even more. From the AB 109 program, these ideas range from day report centers for inmates to report to daily, electronic monitoring devices so inmates can be tracked, and residential reentry programs to help these criminals get the help they need to become part of the community again. Another option that the state came up with is reinforcing parole, which allows criminals back on the streets with little supervision because of budget cuts to the county programs. With the county jails overcrowded, there isn't room to house the low-risk offenders that currently commit crimes. These crimes include drug, alcohol, sexual assaults, and burglaries. The Sacramento-based Criminal Justice Legal Foundation has been keeping track of inmates released on AB 109. These inmates are only considered high risk or low risk, violent or non-violent, based on their current convictions. These same criminals can have a past conviction of murder, rape, or child molestation, but are not considered violent because they have a drug trafficking charge and are released back on the streets because the jail is too full to house them, and they are only considered non-violent. Post-release community supervision is what these inmates are being referred to. This is less strict than probation or parole. They don't have to check in with anyone. It is considered a trust release if they will stay out of trouble if released. Let's take a look at the statistics of the crime rates in 2010. It was the lowest it has been in 20 years for the state of California. In 2011, it started to rise. By 2012, the rates of homicide has risen by 7.6%, according to the FBI's latest crime release. So right here you see in 1990, during the California riots, we had, let's get closer. We had 6,000 nonviolent crimes happening in that year. We continued to go down all the way until 2010, 2011, it is starting on a rise, and 2013 it is projected to be even higher than in 2012. With these criminals released back into the streets, they continue to commit the same crimes and new crimes with no real punishment from the help or the community programs. Crime has continued to rise in smaller communities throughout the state. Drugs, gangs, violence, vandalism, and theft have made a significant incline. The state needs to reconsider what they consider low risk. They need to realize that we in California do have a death penalty, and if we were housing all of these inmates that are on death row paying taxes to house these inmates, we would be able to adjust the prison system and allow more of the taxpayers' money to be utilized better. Thank you.